Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is all about negligence in torts law. Negligence is a key concept in tort law that is often used to hold individuals and organizations accountable for their actions or inactions that have caused harm to others. In this video, we will discuss the basics of negligence, the elements required to prove negligence, and some key case laws that illustrate how negligence works in practice. Negligence is a failure to take reasonable care in circumstances where care is required, resulting in damage or injury to another person. The law imposes a duty of care on individuals and organizations to ensure that their actions do not harm others. To prove negligence, the claimant must establish four key elements: duty of care, breach of duty, causation, and damages. Duty of care. This is a legal obligation to take reasonable care to avoid causing harm to others. The existence of a duty of care depends on the relationship between the parties and the circumstances of the case. Breach of duty. A breach of duty occurs when the defendant fails to meet the required standard of care. The standard of care is determined by what a reasonable person would do in the same circumstances. Let's have a look at some of the landmark cases on torts of negligence. Donahue v. Stevenson, 1932. This is a landmark case in negligence law that established the concept of the duty of care. In this case, a woman found a snail in her bottle of ginger beer and suffered from shock and gastroenteritis. She sued the manufacturer, arguing that they owed her a duty of care to ensure that their product was safe for consumption. The court held that the manufacturer did owe a duty of care to the consumer, even though there was no direct contractual relationship between them. This case established the three-part test for determining the existence of a duty of care. The test requires the claimant to show that 1. The harm was foreseeable, 2. There was a relationship of proximity between the parties, and 3. It is fair, just and reasonable to impose a duty of care. In this case, shareholders sued the auditors of a company for failing to detect financial irregularities. The court held that there was no duty of care owed to the shareholders because there was no proximity between the parties. Bolam v. Fry and Hospital Management Committee, 1957. This case established the principle of the standard of care. This is the case where a patient sued the hospital for negligence after suffering injuries during electroconvulsive therapy. The court established the Bolam test, which states that a doctor is not negligent if they act in accordance with a practice accepted as proper by a responsible body of medical opinion. This principle has since been applied in many cases involving medical negligence. However, the Bolam test has also been criticized for being too deferential to medical professionals, leading some courts to develop alternative tests. Thank you for watching. Love and light.